Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Tribe by Jess. This is your weekend reading. So, because it's a general reading for the collective, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Um, the messages I received through the charms, some of them are direct messages, others may mean something different to you. If that's the case, please, follow your intuition. This is a reading. The most important piece of this reading is you. For example, this weekend I had a woman who I pulled a golf bag for, and it was it was for her, I had one interpretation, but for her it was also a confirmation for the message. So, with that being said, we're going to take a look at just general messages from Spirit for the weekend, um, and then see what else comes up. Whether we'll look at some things to look out for, and then some actions we can take. I'll do a card pull. But without further ado, let's get started. Spirit, Creator, guides, what is the message for this weekend for the collective? What is our message for this weekend for the collective? Got a lot of stuff out here, huh? So the first charm that came out was the hearts. There's dual heart. They're not fully connected though. So for some of you, this is relationship. For others, this could even be career. It could be friendships. It could, however this is resonating with you. There's someone here that there is a love, but there's something not complete about it. Whether, you're getting a feeling that something is missing, or your heart's been broken and you're working on mending it. The message here is that there is love there. This weekend I think is going to be a good time to kind of work on mending those relationships. But you'll also know whether it's time to mend them, or because of these broken pieces, it's time to move on. We have a shell. This one comes out a lot. Shells are about protection, right? You got your body all wrapped up in this nice hard thing. So this weekend, be protective of your energy. You know where you stand. You know where your values are. Don't let others push you around in that way. Stay true to yourself, and really take time to, it seems to be a recurring theme through these readings, protect your energy. The next one that came out is optimist. Again, this has kind of been a recurring theme throughout my past couple of daily messages. Is really, light in the darkness. There are good things coming. Today's message was about, being the healer, the bear. Things are coming together. Be optimistic. There are things that are happening in your life that may look and feel really crappy, but they're for your greatest good. So in any given situation, it's giving you an opportunity to really take a step back and see things from a different perspective. We've got a golf bag. So, the game of golf is, a lot of people who aren't, who have never done it or don't know much about it, think that golf is like, oh, you just hit a ball and it goes into, eventually you get into a hole. But it really is a lot about precision. It's about knowing what move to do next, what club to use, the slope of the grass, the texture of the grass or turf, if you're in the sand, obviously, if there are any obstacles in your way, you have to work around all of those. So, even though it is a game, the message here is that there is some work and there is some strategy to it. Be conscious of what you're doing. And even though there's a fun aspect to it, it also is work. And if you just kind of go about it all willy-nilly, things could not turn out the way you wish. So just be careful of your intentions, be careful of your actions, and it will be fun along the way. And you can be really successful and really good at it too, right? The last one we have is a caged bird. Birds are about freedom, about flight. singing these beautiful songs when you're caged. Obviously it's kind of the opposite of that. You're being in prison. You're not able to take flight. You're not able to do those things. The message here is, what, again, kind of a recurring theme coming through in different charms this week. What's kind of holding you back? What is your imprisonment? Like a lot of people think the cage, it's also safety, right? So what things do you think are keeping you safe that are actually holding you hostage? And again, like for some of you, this could be a relationship. For others of you, I get it's a career, where it could provide all of this freedom, by giving good money, by, all of those resources. But in some ways, it's holding you back from being the best version of yourself. Thank you, Spirit. What are some things that we could look out for this weekend? What are some things we should keep an eye out for, good or bad? What are some things we could keep our eye out for this weekend? The Stallion. Stallions are about power, freedom. Again, we're kind of birds' freedom. Horses are typically seen as like freedom. They're running in the wild. They have the power to go and do what they want, and very fast moving, very strong. So I'm getting that there can be some really fast moving energy this weekend, and some opportunities for you to find some more of this freedom. I'm getting that you have the strength for some of you to move forward out of a situation, which will bring you some more freedom. For others of you, you'll have opportunities to maybe have a little bit more fun, run free, take advantage of those. It's interesting, the compass came out backwards, so some things to watch out for. The compass I always see is like, your true north, where you're headed. So I think something for some of us is going to throw us off of our path. We think we're headed in the right direction, but we make a choice, we make a decision, we find ourselves in a situation that actually throws us off. So be very careful, again, about the decisions you make. Just like with the golf clubs, be strategic. Don't, even though take the opportunity to have fun and take some freedoms, but also be careful that you're not just jumping into something without direction. Scissors. So something to look out for some of you this weekend is there may need to be some ties cut, whether it's a cord between you and someone else, be it relationship-wise, family-wise, whatever it is. I have a feeling something is coming to an end. There's going to be a clean cut this weekend. So keep an eye out for that. Do whatever you need to do to protect your energy, again, to make solid decisions that's aligned with your intuition. And hopefully that will lead to maybe lead some of you to having those opportunities of freedom. But there's definitely, I'm getting this message of like things are coming to an end. It's going to be a clean cut, however that resonates for you. Thank you, Spirit. What are some things that we can do this weekend to really take advantage of this energy up here and really make the most out of this weekend? We kind of got that on some of the things to look out for, but let's see what else we've got. Oh boy, you got a whole long list. So coral, coral oftentimes looks as if it's something that is dead, that's not alive. But really, I mean, it's an animal, right? Like coral is a living creature. It's in the salt water, in the ocean. So like it uses the currents to feed itself. But it also is very strong and solid in its base. the call to action this weekend is to again ground in, and make sure the decisions you're making are solid and from a grounded spot, and again from your intuition. Some of you are being called to travel, and this could be like literally getting on the plane and going somewhere. I'm actually getting on the plane this weekend myself. But some of it is, like even if it's just going to a different place that you haven't been before, whether it's a walk in the woods in a new place. The message I'm getting here is to just kind of like break out of your norm a little bit, break out of that routine, dare to do something a little different. Yeah. We also have the clamshell, and you can see there's a little pearl in there. So, an action we can take is really looking at things that, kind of again, going back to some of the readings from earlier this week of like, seeing the light in the darkness, taking some of those things that like feel gross and nasty, putting a nice, beautiful coat on it, protecting yourself from that energy, I think is going to be really important this weekend. Try to not get caught up in the drama. And if you feel yourself doing that, take a step back, kind of try to see it from a different perspective, but also like, coat yourself, protect yourself from that. You don't need that in your life this weekend or ever really, but, and then the last one is the serpent. I personally love snakes. I think they're cool. But, a lot of people think of snakes as these like, signs of the devil or, evil or whatever. The message I'm actually getting here, there's quick movement. He is ready to strike. He's ready to take action. So for some of you, this is like, don't be afraid to take action. Get ready. And then, like, I'm also getting this image of like a snake curled up on a rock, warming himself, and really taking the time to rest and refocus and bring some warmth into your life. Drawing in the warmth from your environment, from those around you. Okay. Sorry, got lost in thought, but that was kind of the entirety of that message. Thank you, Spirit, for charm readings today. Let's go ahead. I actually feel like I want to pull from this deck, the Living Waters Oracle deck. So we'll go ahead and do that. What is our message for this weekend? Spirit, for the collective. I'm not used to like these large decks yet. You can see I'm kind of like, feels like I'm kind of struggling. So, the mist, I don't know if that's coming through clearly. Trust your inner compass, be led from within. And I think that's really interesting, right? Because we have the compass that's upside down. So, again, I think that there are a lot of us that it might be, somewhat, there's an outside influence that's trying to mislead you, right? Trust your inner compass, like lead from within. Don't let others guide you or steer you in the wrong direction. All right, soul family, thank you so much for your time and energy. That is your weekend message. If this resonates with you, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Love your support. I appreciate it. Comment down below if any of these, I'm curious if any of these charms, resonate with you right off the bat, or if something else comes up for you about their meaning for you personally. I do personal readings on my shop on Etsy that you can follow the link. There will be a link in the description below. Also, I have now a Facebook page as well. So, I do daily readings in there too, and I kind of post it in a different format, and kind of build upon that in that community as well. So I'd love to see you all there. That too will be linked in the description below. With that said, thank you again for sharing your time and energy with me. I appreciate y'all so much. Much love, much light. Namaste.